podcast of Speaking of WWE, where I'm going to go beyond the ropes and have all this wrestling news for you that I got tonight right here for you guys. So let's get into it. Start with the camera. We'll talk about. Let's get right into the news. What I got, So a few things about Sasha Banks. She's not leaving the WWE. She's staying. Simply staying with the company. Once she returns, it's got big plans for her. This as early as this week on Raw. If she decides to come back, it could be this week on Raw. But not much is said right now. Striking right now with all the iron is hot with the buzz and everything. Vince McMahon, he's playing this very well. He wants, Sasha Banks back, of course. So he's probably going to put her down in the Money in the Bank ladder match. She's obviously going to probably win it. Basically, when it comes down to it, she's not leaving the company. She's staying with the company. Next, just wanted to get into this. The superstar shake-up happened to everybody who's on Raw, who's on SmackDown. It's all a lot of people. You never know. They could have last-minute stuff going on. So I got the latest of it here. Let's just go as we go. We have our champs. We got Seth Rollins, of course, is the Universal Champion. Becky Lynch is the Women's Champion of Raw. We got LeVar and Eric, the War Raiders. Going by the Viking Experience, to me, that is just a horrible name. Horrible name for them. Got Zack Ryder and Hawkins as your champions of Raw for the tag team. And this is the key here. Samoa Joe could be coming to Raw now that Finn Balor is obviously on SmackDown. He was sick, had the flu, had something, he was sick, so he's out. But he could make his appearance on Raw, and I'll get more into that in a little bit. Now it's just Raw over SmackDown. Some more guys that came from SmackDown to Raw. You got AJ Styles, who's officially now on Raw after the match he had with Shield. You got Aleister Black and Ricochet now confirming that they officially are on Raw, I believe, for good. Bobby Roode, Cien is there. You got Andrade, Cien Almas, and Selena Vega, who, to me, is amazing. Amazingly good looking. You have Bray Wyatt. It's this return of this puppet thing. Hopefully that's him. He should be coming back. You got Cedric Alexander from 205 Live. Eric Young, who's no longer with Sanity, which is god-awful to me because they were useless together now. But Eric Young, EY, man, he was always great in TNA. We'll see what he brings now by himself. You obviously got Jimmy and Jey Uso. Lacey Evans, check her out. Getting all this, fucking be waving. And finally gets a match with Becky Lynch coming up. Miz, it's officially now on Raw. Who knows with Shane McMahon, whether they're going to continue their feud or not. You got Naomi, of course, because of Jimmy or Jay, whoever she's married to. Rey Mysterio. And EC3, who's going to be buried again. He's going to be buried again very soon. Now, as for SmackDown champs-wise, it's Becky Lynch, Kofi, WWE champion. The Useless-Conics, I'm going to call them the Useless-Conics because they're useless. They are terrible in the ring. Their voices are terrible. I can't stand them. My music hits. Get the mute button for them then. Finn Balor, of course, and obviously at the moment Samoa Joe is there. But like I said, he's coming to Raw. Now, for the new SmackDown superstars that are coming, Alexander Wolf, who supposedly is going to be leaving, asked for release papers. Good luck in your future endeavors. Apollo Crews, Bayley from Raw, obviously Sasha Banks and her are no longer together. Buddy Murphy, expect big things from him this coming for him on SmackDown. Chad Gable is by himself now, by Rude's on Raw. Chad Gable's a great athlete. Let's see what he can do on SmackDown. You got Elias. Oh boy, here goes his repeats from Raw. Someone's going to interrupt him now on SmackDown. Be the same stuff over and over. Ember Moon, good for her. She was out with injury. Expect big things from her. You got Finn Balor. Expect to see what happens with him. Harper is officially on SmackDown. See where he goes. He X-rays release papers right here. Not too long ago, he had all these statements, said he wanted to leave WWE. Very talented guy. Very talented guy. I always was a fan of his. Kairi Sane, along with Asuka, they're together now, forming a tag team. Paige is their manager. I love her. I don't know what they're going to do there. You got Killian Dane. He's on his own because Alexander Wolf wants to leave. Lars Sullivan, freak. What else do you want me to talk about him? He's destroying everybody is in his path, which I'll get into in a little bit on that too. So I got some leeway on why he's doing that. Liv Morgan, she singles on her future on her own. I got more on her. And who am I forgetting? Who else? Who else went to SmackDown? Oh, that's right, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. What do you want me to say about Roman Reigns? Believe me, I could care less about Roman Reigns. But a lot of people were stunned that it was, that he was coming to Raw. I knew once AJ was on Raw, he was going to SmackDown. Simply that he's going to win Money in the Bank. It's Roman Reigns. All this stuff about cancer. He's going to add another thing to his career accomplishments. Oh, Money in the Bank is another thing added to his accomplishments. He's got cancer, this and that. Believe me, he did not have it. If he did, he would have more stuff on it. But there isn't. Don't quote me on it. I give credit to the guy if he does have cancer. I know somebody who does have cancer. He's very sick now. He's had it for years. Come and gone. It does come and go. But now he's got more of it now. Steve, Stewie, I love you. You're out there. Talk to you soon, and I'll see you soon. Get well, my brother. Love you. Let's get back into the business. Now, with Roman Reigns coming to SmackDown, there's going to be big things here, obviously, for him. Oh, Lord, it's Roman Reigns punching Vince McMahon in the face with a Superman punch, and Elias is there holding him. SmackDown goes off the air. What's next? Obviously, more authority crap, as we're going to see here with him and Vince, and then he's going to get a mainstay title shot match with the Money in the Bank, grab the briefcase, win it, challenge whoever he wants, but we'll go back to Raw. He'll be back on Raw. We'll see. Now, let's move on to some news I have for Raw coming up this weekend. The Superstar Shake-Up is now over. Most likely, we're going to have some new matches we've never seen before. But to me, it's going to be all this rats stuff. It's going to be the same shit over and over again. Rinse, lather, repeat. Rinse, lather my hands in soap, and repeat. Same stuff all over and over again. EC3, like I said, he's going to be buried for sure once again this week on Raw. If not, it was that bad this week, it'll be a lot bad this weeker. So, where's WWE's logic for you? To make things weaker on the guy, he's got nowhere else to go but down and be buried. Why call him up, man? I feel bad for EC3. He was a great guy. He gets weaker and weaker on the main roster, and he'll stuff just wiping himself off with soap, water, spraying himself, whatever he's been doing backstage. He's 2 matches, never said a word. He's like a fucking mime. Samoa Joe, like I said, is supposed to be coming to Raw. He was sick with the flu. There's reports of him. He might return for next week on Raw. Go face to face with Braun Strowman over the United States Championship, and they're going to have a feud over the title leading up to Money in the Bank. Now, with Ray coming to Raw, the rumors are going around that he's going to form a new stable with Andrade and Sin Cara, who's ready to return. To me, this makes no sense. WWE logic. 3 guys who are never together. Oh, yeah, Sin Cara and Sienna almost were fighting for years, supposedly. And now they had that little feud back whenever they had it. I can't say when, but they had it then. They were against each other. Now, same thing with Ray. Him and Andrade were fighting on SmackDown. Now they want to form a stable together for them. We gotta wait and see what happens with that. But that I found intriguing, and I figured I'd tell you guys about that. Seth Rollins, most likely to start a feud with Drew McIntyre over the Universal Championship. To me, this is good, because Seth Rollins needs a new opponent now that Roman Reigns is on SmackDown. Drew McIntyre is an extraordinary talent. We gotta see what happens there. Probably over the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, they're gonna have a full-on match. That'll be cool to see. As far as AJ Styles, not much news is planned for him yet. We gotta wait and see what happens with him. He's probably going on a light schedule for now, so we'll see what happens. He was asking for that, I think, on SmackDown. We'll have to see how the schedule goes for him next Monday. And that's all I have on the Raw side. Let's see what we got for SmackDown. You want to know what I think about SmackDown? Getting a lot better than Raw these days. Not much of rinse, rather than repeat, like what I like to say. Just basically rinsing your hands, lathering up with soap, and then just spitting out the repeating of the soap dripping all over you. You know, all over the mirror. That's all it is on Raw. The same garbage over and over again. 6-man tag, 6-man this. But SmackDown lately was the damn gauntlet matches with Kofi Kingston and the WWE Championship. Speaking of Kofi Kingston, the WWE Championship run, mark my words, it's not going to last past probably. Got Saudi coming up, Money in the Bank, maybe. Maybe the next pay-per-view he loses that title. Daniel Bryan is out with an injury. Very subtle concussion. Not much, but it could be his final stay here in WWE. This could be it for him. Now, as far as two superstars go, real quick, that extra release papers is Harper and obviously Alexander Wolf of Sanity. They want to leave the company because they don't feel they're being mistreated now that you lost Eric Young to Raw and you got Killian Dane by himself. Who knows what's going to happen? Harper, man, he was a great talent. Can you say AEW, where he's going to go there probably and specialize his talents over there? Specify them talents, man. He's a great wrestler. He was an Intercontinental Champion for a while, you know, back in he was great. Harper could be do some big things if they put him back in, you know, contention here. He could do plenty of things. EY on Raw, Killian Dane now by himself. Alexander Wolf wants to leave. What are you gonna do with Killian Dane? Nothing. You're gonna bury him. Liv Morgan is gonna go blonde and have a little character change to her and go on a nice singles run. Good for her. You know, she's hot. She's not the greatest wrestler. She's working on her skills. She'll get better as she goes. She's going to become a babyface. Watch Corey Graves go crazy because I hear she's going to be feuding with Mandy Rose. He's going to lose his mind. He's going to, Mandy Rose, stop talking. Mandy Rose is here. Look at Liv Morgan, blah, blah, blah. Same old stuff. Bayley on SmackDown. Sasha Banks on Raw. Bayley. Sorry, Bayley. You know, she's got a work cut out for her on SmackDown with Sasha Banks on Raw. Probably just going to kill over it. There's going to be nothing left of it with her doing it. Now, Roman to SmackDown. I'm not saying anything else here prior to his statements I said before. He's going to have to probably just be there, and then he's going to win everything, and it's going to be in our faces every night on SmackDown. Not one night on SmackDown for months we're not going to see Roman Reigns. He'll be there every single day. Moving on to Lars Sullivan. This is what I got out, some news on Lars Sullivan. He was fighting, or beating down, I should say, other wrestlers, quote unquote, older wrestlers. First Kurt Angle, Hardys. Then he beat down R-Truth. Who else did he beat down? Kurt Angle's retired, obviously, but he also beat down one other guy. They're all, and Vince is expecting this. These are all older guys. Vince doesn't want him to get over the younger talent. He just wants him to take on the older talent, beat up the older talent. And something's going on with him and Carmella. He's got some infatuation with her. Corey Graves kind of stated something about it. But we'll have to wait and see, because he might have this infatuation, or might be in love with her or something, because she was there in the ring, and when R-Truth got beat down and he was staring at her, they might do some angle with that. That's what I wanted to get out to you guys. So watch out for that. And now with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the Raw and SmackDown reviews I'm going to have for you guys coming up very soon as well. Now, quickly, I got one other news story I want to talk about. This company has got a lot of superstar shakeup happening here with all this change in wrestling. I think it's good, but it might not be as good as we think it's going to be. This company has got to step it up and not have another snooze fest on Raw, not another boring SmackDown where you just sit there and just be yourself like, oh man, this is ridiculous. They need to step things up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is all I have for you guys right now on news. Watch me on Monday with a quick Raw review for you guys, and then I'll probably have a SmackDown review. Something quick because I won't be in my office for Tuesday. But just keep an eye out for my video. Alright?